Hi, Facebook Live. My name is Miguel Octavio. I'm one of the reporters for 10 Tampa Bay. We're coming to you live on Facebook right now because we have some tragic news to share, but also news that we're trying to stay on top on. We know there's been a lot of interest in this story, one that's very tragic, but one we could really use your help on. Right now, we're here off of 4th Street North in St. Pete, where the search continues for a 2-year-old boy who's still missing, Taylen Mosley. We got the Amber Alert issued late Thursday afternoon, and right now we're entering day 2 of the search for him. But what makes this so concerning is St. Pete police tell us when they went into the apartment where he and his mother lived, they found his 20-year-old mother, Pashun Jeffery, dead. We don't know how Pashun passed away, but St. Pete police did tell us it was a very violent homicide so far in their investigation. And when they went to search into the apartment, they found that Taylen was nowhere to be found. That is why day 2 of the search is still going on. I'm sure most of you have heard this story, but if you haven't, please go on our website, 10tampabay.com. You will be able to see Taylen's face right there. Share that story, share his face, share that information, because right now this 2-year-old boy could really use your help as we continue day 2 of the search for him. Now, I'm going to talk about some of the details surrounding the search. Right now, we're here off of 4th Street North in the Lincoln Shores apartments. This is very close to the Gandy Bridge, and that search is still continuing behind me. You can still see some of the police tape around this complex. It's a gated complex, but right now it's congested with all sorts of first responders. But one thing that's new here right now is that they have been searching all morning long at this pond that is by the complex. We saw the St. Pete Fire Department's dive team going underwater all morning long. Right now, no one is in there. They appear to be taking little breaks and little switches here and there to make sure they have enough energy to search for 2-year-old Taylen there. But right now, they're searching underwater in that pond for Taylen, hopefully finding him safe and alive. But right now, throughout the complex, there has been all sorts of first responders throughout different agencies here. To give you a bit of a timeline here, it was Wednesday night when neighbors were telling police that they heard some sort of commotion inside the apartment where Taylen and his mother was living in. And by Thursday afternoon, an apartment manager went inside the apartment to do a welfare check, and that is when a staff member discovered Taylen's mother dead. Again, we don't know the information as to how she died, but St. Pete police did tell us it was a very violent homicide. A new bit of information I skipped earlier here right now was that we are learning from St. Pete police that Taylen's father is actually now a person of interest in this case. It doesn't mean we don't know if he's responsible for any of this yet, but they did say he's a person of interest. They didn't share any information on his name so far, but we just knew this morning that he's now a person of interest. But the thing that we're trying to learn more about is they say Taylen's father doesn't have Taylen currently, so more on that later on. Hopefully we'll get more answers. We also learned today from St. Pete police that they're holding an update at 2 p.m. with Pashun's mother, and she has a public plea apparently according to police. So we're supposed to get an update on this homicide investigation regarding Pashun, but also hopefully an update on Taylen's whereabouts, but are also expected to hear from Pashun's mother when it comes to some sort of public plea there. So we'll stream that live to you at 2 p.m. right here as well. But so far, still a lot of questions that we're asking here. We're hoping to hear more about where Taylen may be. Although we have all these sorts of first responders coming to you and respond to this case as well, you can also do your own part. That is by sharing Taylen's face, sharing the information about him. This is really an all hands on deck approach. So if you have any information on Taylen, where he may be, please continue to share that story, continue to share his face, because right now that 2-year-old boy does need your help. If you're just tuning in here, right now we have a 2-year-old boy still missing from St. Pete. An Amber Alert was issued late last afternoon, and we have his mother dead according to police here as well. So there's a lot of things going on in this investigation, and we could really use your help in terms of sharing that bit of information there. So far here, though, the dive team is behind me. They've been taking turns searching inside that pond there. In this apartment complex, again, it's a gated one, but it is filled with all sorts of first responders from different agencies. Really just a tragic story here, though, but one that we're hoping to get more answers on, and one hopefully that we can hear a safe return when it comes to Taylen, because again, that is just a 2-year-old boy who is still missing there. Again, if you're just tuning in here, we do have dive crew teams from the fire department searching at this complex. There's a pond behind me there where they've been searching all morning long. I'm told there's state and county agencies also getting involved in this search. Earlier today, you could hear a chopper even searching from above. I'm also told there are canines and drones also getting involved in this search. But again, you can also do your own part by sharing Taylen's information, sharing his face on your social media. It doesn't take very long. It's just a few clicks for you to be able to get that information out there, because we need as much people as possible to know where he may be. Someone out there knows something, and you can do your own part by sharing that. But again, just a really tragic and concerning story, considering St. Pete police say they found his mother dead in the apartment, and they call it a very violent homicide. So hopefully we'll get more answers, and hopefully we see Taylen's safe return. We have a press conference at 2 p.m. by St. Pete Police. Again, we are expecting Pashun's mother to be out there to have some sort of plea to the public. Of course, we will be streaming that live to you right here on our Facebook page. And of course, we'll also bring you the latest on 10 Tampa Bay starting at 5 p.m. on that new piece of information by St. Pete Police. But please, if you have a moment, share Taylen's face on our website, share Taylen's information. They could really use your help in finding that 2-year-old boy who's still missing in St. Pete.